On 1st and 10, Bradford. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. Look at the big man rumble. Touchdown, Vikings. Kyle Rudolph, 74 yards. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Forbath out to kick this one away. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. On 1st down, Breeze. And his first look is incomplete. Kobe Fleener, the tight end, his intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Here we go, the first carry for the former Viking Peterson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Now Breeze on 3rd down. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot.
Willie Snead all alone. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. 34 yards.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on 3rd down plays, but when you go for it on 4th down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
Escaping the pressure right. A huge loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and about a mile here. On 2nd down, Peterson. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it.
Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Finding room inside the 40.
Holding. Offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Steps away to his left. His throw incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough, and it'll be 4th down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Emmanuel Lamur in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided there was a time to be aggressive. Now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. Bradford finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's Bradford. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
Well, it's not unusual to know that Kai Forbath has kicked for multiple NFL teams, right? Washington, New Orleans. Then he took over the Vikings job when Blair Walsh ended his tenure there when he was struggling. How about his start with the Vikings, though? Made 15 straight.
Yeah, he took over in Week 10, and you're right, hit every field goal the rest of the season. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So we've got a 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Ready.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Forced out to his left. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Breeze now. Here's a screen to Powell. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. Being chased out left. And he's brought down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
1st down, here's a run with Peterson. And he is into the New Orleans. Adrian Peterson, his first touchdown in a Saints uniform. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. For Peterson, in 10 years with the Vikings, 102 regular season touchdowns. Now he's got his first in a new uniform.
I have to compliment you on the call that you nailed it, because I don't know about you.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now a second down throw for Bradford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Haoli Kikaha. Coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people would think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you, because it seems to be working pretty well. And absolutely zero surprise that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, truthfully, how many OCs have we seen with 3rd and 20 on their play sheet and go, oh, I've got the exact play to dial up?
No, that's just a head scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Awfully nice to see Adrian Peterson back and running well. Look, it was just 2015 when he won his last rushing title. Got hurt in 2016, and that season became a bit of a wash.
Yeah, it did become. They're hoping to get back to that old form that you're alluding to, though. He does have 3 rushing titles, including that one you mentioned in 2015. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. When you and I did the weekly commentary updates last year, it seemed like we always used to talk about Michael Thomas week after week.
And it piled up. 92 catches on the season, but the thing that really struck me was doing a New Orleans game and talking with a few of his teammates who talked about how much the game meant to him, and he was upset with guys he didn't think cared about the game enough. Unusual for a rookie, but it's a good sign for him.
Now Breeze. It's complete. Flainer, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. Buying time to his left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Sharif Floyd coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Looking for his tight end Fleeter, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Perry Riley. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 20, 10, again. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction. Excellent blocking, and picked up the touchdown.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump starting.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Dayton Jones. Coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Thomas, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half. And they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one step in the proper direction.
To the air on second down. It's Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Looking to go back to Thomas again. And that takes us from second to third down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. On the return, the new St. Ted Ginn. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Dancing to his left. He lets it go deep for Fleener. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Kobe Fleener, 55 yards. And the Saints are back within a score. Coming into the year, Breeze, 465 touchdown passes, add another one to the total.
You know, it's funny, I just talked with his college head coach, and he told me that when Drew was a sophomore at Purdue, they weren't sure he was truly the starter, even though he started the opening game, and he made a play early in that one where the coach got on the headset and told the rest of the staff, well, fellas, we found our quarterback. Now we got to make sure we find the rest of our team.
Breeze hasn't looked back since. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Now, we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
To throw, Bradford. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Donnell Allerby in there to make the play. It'll be a loss of 14, and it'll bring up a fourth down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. They try to fire up the run game with Adrian Peterson. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. On second down, here's Breeze. Going for the deep ball. And this will be caught inside the 10. What a grab. A big-time play there for New Orleans. And even 40 yards. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Linval Joseph in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The play clock's running down. Now Breeze. And this is going to be intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Following the interception, Bradford throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And it's 2nd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Now that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here's Ginn. Still fighting. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they think it.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now, flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff. I think sometimes those big guys on offense runs, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
And he's got it over the middle. Flainer. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The Saints on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. From midfield, here's Breeze. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Breeze now on first down. Forced out to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Breeze will try again on second down. Being chased out left. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Ball at a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Breeze got to have this one. And that is incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game. Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back.
The big fella, the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Kyle Rudolph, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Forbath out to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we seen?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Anthony Barr. Coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And incomplete on the deep ball. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. He'll let it fly in the direction again. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.